every generation always looking for exemplary institutions, exemplary movements, exemplary individuals who are trying to enact and embody an integrity, honesty, decency, and generosity manifest in relation, interaction, conversation with a variety of different persons. And the goal is always what? The goal is always bigger than ourselves. The goal is truth, goodness, beauty.
First of all, loud and clear, people, if the Allied had not entered World War II, and I do remember your Air Force bombarding Germany because I could see it from Switzerland. So if you had not entered World War II, I would not be alive because Hitler would have taken Switzerland also.
I travel the country and I speak. I share my story. I mostly work with men. And the reason I work with men is because I believe that men are not the problem, but men are the solution. It's a pervasive problem in our society. It's an epidemic, but it's preventable. And if we all work together, we can change it. If we're all willing to sit down and have conversations about it. So for the men, I'm inviting you. I'm not indicting you. I'm inviting you to sit at the table with me and other women and groups and organizations to end this. If you're the 90%, I would ask you to identify yourself and let other people know. Let the women know on this campus that they're safe. Let the perpetrators know that they're not welcome. Have conversations with each other. That's really my only goal, and that's why I share my story over and over and over in hopes that we will come together and change this.
It was a huge feat for me to be able to be accepted into an academic institution. And not only was it a huge feat, but I was still absolutely terrified. In 2015, I graduated summa cum laude. And as I did that class valedictorian speech, I realized how far I had come. I was no longer a victim of human trafficking, and I was not just a survivor of human trafficking, but I was a thriver.
Since I joined in 2010, I've been to 3 different duty stations. I've been deployed twice, been on countless TDYs, and overall it's been a very humbling, joyous experience for me. But that wouldn't have been the case, honestly, if I didn't have leadership backing me up every step of the way when it came to my transition to pre-policy guidance, to post-policy guidance. Having that leadership and steering me in the right direction was pivotal to the success of my career.
After about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I hear one of the State Department guys come over the radio, and he says, if you don't get here now, we're gonna all die. Now, there was a few expletives in there too. You could hear the panic and the fear in his voice. I mean, what we found out is they had gotten overran by 40 armed insurgents. They did their job as they were trained to do their job. They take the ambassador, put him in a safe room, they gather up their guns, and then try to protect and take back their compound. The only cavalry around, because we're in Benghazi, is us over at the annex. Now, our job wasn't to do anything for the State Department, but we knew that they had inadequate training. We knew that they didn't have enough experience, and they didn't have enough guys there. So we had told them long before, if anything happens, you guys call us. We'll be there for you. And that all kind of goes back to that brotherhood in arms that we have. I mean, I'm not going to let an American die if I can make a difference in that person's life and whether or not they live or not.